you're in the void again. However, this time you realize that you finally fulfilled all of your tasks. You close your eyes and hear a familiar voice.
So, we meet again. How do you feel now that you've accomplished everything I asked of you? I assume that's good. You did something that not too many souls would ever be capable of. The sheer determination it took to get this far is something to be applauded. No matter what the naysayers might think or say, getting this far is something to be proud of. What is it that... Do you think that everyone wanted or needed? Those who were, however, benefited greatly from your actions. Some people you met weren't placed there for you to save. They simply weren't a part of your story. Not everyone can be equally important. And, crucially, you can't be equally important to all. This question, in all of its possible forms, is the one I hear from your kind most often. There's something about humans, always searching desperately for... You look for them everywhere. That is, everywhere except the one place you should be looking. Inside yourselves. And the greatest joke of fate? There's really no inherent meaning in anything you choose to do with your lives. The closest you can get is to simply decide what things mean for yourself. But did you notice a common theme in the stories of the people you met and saved? Did you realize what this world was meant to be? Purgatory would require an external system of values, something all of those people should have followed, but failed to. Limbo would be pointless and cruel. Who would waste their time and energy to create such a thing? It was hell. More accurately, it was a lot of different hells all merged into one. Hellish places created by these people for themselves and only for themselves. Hellish places created by people who didn't have enough love for themselves in their hearts. People who couldn't forgive themselves. What you gave them was your time and your empathy. You listened to their stories and helped them to find inner peace. Without that, they would have been stuck in their own personal hells for all eternity. Exhausted, sad, and tormented by nobody but themselves. I told you before that stories need structure, and the stories your kind tells itself are very peculiar. This story was supposed to be about you being stuck in an endless loop, fighting the Prince of the Four Dwellers over and over again until the end of time. It was supposed to be a story about repetition, cycles without end, and following pointless objectives that can never be obtained. Your human stories are about heroes beating evil. This was one of these stories. But you dug deeper. The goat helped you to summon a tougher enemy. With that, we move to, let's say, a more symbolic part of this story. You humans never look for context in the stories you hear and tell. Heroes beat evil monsters. Revolutions beat evil kings. And that's it. you never ask the proper questions. What happens the day after the revolution? What caused the monster to become evil in the first place? And could that have been prevented? Your struggle against that foe was merely a symbol of digging deeper into the cause. And once you managed to beat the monster, then you were given your true task: saving the people you met from the corruption of this reality. Good.
You notice that the empty space around you is brightening a little.
It's up to you alone. This world was created from conflict, war, misunderstandings, greed, and all of the negative feelings your kind like to grasp so tightly in their hearts. This particular place won't cease to exist. Your world was broken and your reality corrupted. This place was made in order to remind you of this, and to show a tiny fraction of the consequences that certain actions might have. However, the memories of how you struggled in order to help all of these people will also become part of this world, along with their gratitude. This place is no longer a dead world full of sorrow and pain. It's a world that you cleansed of corruption. It's a world that shouldn't scare you anymore. A world that holds no secrets from you. You can return whenever you want. It's yours now. A place that you, and you alone, made better through the sheer force of your will. That counts for something, doesn't it?
The voice becomes weaker and weaker. It fades completely until you're left alone in the gradually brightening darkness.